So this week's games were not short of a lot of goals. They were not short of excitement, and they were not short of drama as well. We are going to be talking about the result that came in, and you need to stick around to find out the reason why your team performed the way they did. But before I get into anything, I need to tell you something. This is Candy Sports, and right here in the Candy Studios, we have a lot of good productions coming your way. I don't want you to miss anything that we put out, Charlie. That is why I'm encouraging you to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell as well, in the comment section. And if you enjoy what you watched so far, the thumbs up will do justice to everything. So let's jump right in. Starting with the EPL. The early kickoff match was between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. And like I said before this match, I said I was not expecting Postecoglou to have good results in this game. And that's what exactly happened. Because Nuno's Nottingham Forest have a specific style of play. And they are not interested in beautiful football. They don't want a lot of passes. 1, 2, 3 passes. They are in your third, in your 18-yard box. They've created a chance and they've scored. That is what he is used to playing. And I didn't know how Postecoglou was going to fit his style to that style that the players are used to. Plus, Arsenal are on fire. Arsenal are really on fire. And they did prove it all in this game because, Charlie, Zubimendi, the volley that he scored, that was a very fantastic goal. He got a brace in that game. Eucharist also added one to it. And then Arsenal were able to get all the 3 points at home with 3 goals at the back of the net of Nottingham Forest. Charlie, we are waiting to see what Postecoglou can do with the Nottingham Forest that Nuno built. He didn't do very well with Tottenham last season. It led him to be sad. But let's see what he can be able to do with Nottingham Forest, who are in Europe this season. The second game was between Bournemouth and Brighton. And this is a game that as a Ghanaian and yourself as a Ghanaian, you would love to see what Antoine Semenyo did with Bournemouth in this game. He got the first assist for Scott, and he is the one who got the match-winning goal as well when he scored that penalty. So Semenyo had a very fantastic game. He's had a fantastic start to his season. He scored 3 goals now, and he's had about 2 assists here and there as well. So very good game for Antoine Semenyo. Newcastle versus Wolves is another match that I was not expecting Wolves to win. But I must say that Wolves are lucky to have gone out with just 1 goal. Newcastle were at home. They were missing their very, very beloved striker in the person of Alexander Isak. But that was not what was going to prevent them from winning a match like this. Their new signing, the person of Walter Mendy, was a very good start for them. I mean, he's the person who got the only goal in the match, and you can see clearly that the fans appreciate him when he was subbed. He was subbed off. He got a standing ovation in the stadium, and I'm saying that if he's going to play like this, then I don't think Alexander Isak is going to be missed at Newcastle at all. Everton versus Aston Villa is another match that I think Everton could have won. They should have won, but they were not able to bury their chances at the back of the net very well. So he ended up in a goalless draw, Aston Villa being able to snatch 1 point away. Crystal Palace and Sunderland is another match that you would think that is going to be a walkover by Crystal Palace, because Crystal Palace are known to be the giant killers in this game. They don't mind. So we also know now about but somehow, Sunderland was able to snatch a point at away in this game, forcing Crystal Palace to tie it up in this game, Charlie. It was a very good game for Sunderland. They got a point in this game as well. Fulham versus Leeds. Fulham won this game by 1-0, and it was a good result for Fulham. A good result for Fulham. West Ham versus Tottenham. Charlie, this is a game that was not devoid of drama at all. From the beginning, you would see that the Tottenham fans, Charlie, see, Bibia, she will be there. West Ham fans, Cruz leaving. No, assure I must say it because even before you go enter the stadium, we were out there calling him names with pictures of him, dabbing him as Judas and all of that. And even in the first half, the fans were taunting him. They were taunting him. They were so hard. Even the defenders, they were so hard on Kudus. But second half, by and Charlie, in the second half, they were not able to withstand the quality of Tottenham. And Tottenham beat them, Charlie. Show your boy, what can you show? It beat them hands down. 3-0 was the scoreline. Tottenham winning all the 3 points at away. Brentford versus Chelsea is another game that is sad that Chelsea was not able to get all the 3 points in his game. Meaning say the United fans, Garnacho's performance you would laugh because the second goal that Brentford scored was his fault. So Munimeje, but he didn't have a bad game. I wouldn't say that he had too much of a bad game. Yet I'm going to be saying very kudos to Cole Palmer. He was up in the second half, and he came as soon as he came in, his impact was felt with a goal. So he's the one who got the equalizer for Chelsea because Chelsea went down first in the game, and Cole Palmer came in with an equalizer. It was very good to see him come in as a sub and still be able to get that impact. And again, Caicedo had a first fantastic game, Charlie. He's having a good run at Chelsea right now. But it is rather unfortunate. It is rather unfortunate that Chelsea was not able to bag all the 3 points. However, kudos to Brentford being able to get that late equalizer to force Chelsea to share a point with them at home. Good game for Brentford. Burnley versus Liverpool. This is a game that Burnley did very well. They defended very, very well. Liverpool have shown that they are really, really, really serious for the title. And the reason why I'm saying this is that they were able to get a very late win. Last minute win. And this is the kind of game that you need to win if you want to capture the title. These are the Charlie. As a bien working on, they you create something, they find something, and it was a good substitution that the coach did because if I couldn't be one of the cause penalty, so it was a late win for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah netting the penalty at the end of that game, 90+5. That was at the time that they were able to get that win. So it was a very good win, a very, very important win. I think it is going to be crucial. After December, we are going to be counting this game as one of the games that helped Liverpool. And the match of the week was between all Manchester teams. It was a Manchester derby. And at the end of the 90 minutes, the entire stadium, the entire city of Manchester was painted in sky blue because it was a walkover by the Manchester City. They did justice to the Red Devils. And here are some things that you need to take away from that game. Look, United has a very, 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 very big problem. The attack is not fearsome, and they are not able to take half chances and bury it at the back of the net. Almost like empty pole. That's what they want to score in. And that's a very bad thing. In this game, their wingers were not able to come to the party because they were forced to cover up. They were given a lot of work by the City wingers, so they were not able to help in attack. And City outclassed United in the midfield as well, because if you look at the beginning of the game, it was like almost end-to-end action. So from the beginning of the match, you think that this is going to be an end-to-end action filled with a lot of goals by both teams. But that's not what happened, because Manchester City, at the beginning of the game, they opened up. And that told United that, Charlie, so they also opened up. And patupa. Yeah, but it helped United to create a lot of chances, and City also creating a lot of chances. But the thing is, United, the chances that United were creating were not that dangerous. City had a lot of dangerous attacks, and that's what helped them to get the first goal. And when he did get the first goal, they did not relax. They kept on with their game plan until they got the second goal. Now, when they got the second goal, after they moved themselves to me relaxing, they sat back a little bit. They didn't sit too deep in their half. They were lingering around the center half, and they were allowing United to play. So even if you look at the stat, you find out that United had more possession than City, but it was all part of the City's game plan. They realized a little bit, allowing United to play, and their whole game plan was to catch United on a break, and that's what helped them to get the third goal. In fact, they could have scored about 5, but it was only 3 that they netted at the back of the United net. But I must say that kudos to Haaland. He had a brace in that game, Charlie. And now he's at the top with people like Wayne Rooney having 8 goals in the Manchester derbies. His second goal, a typical striker's goal, he had Charlie, his control, his composure, and the ability to find his spots very clinical with his finish. I love to see him score a goal like that, especially if he's not doing it just for his club country, but he's doing it for his nation as well. So kudos to Haaland for getting a brace in this game. But United in the I was eating as any Charlie United Charlie United they cool. Nothing better go fit come out from United anymore. Omedidi omudinu wache. Omedidi omudinu wache. But Charlie, I think maybe they should allow themselves and they should allow themselves for some oil money to come. Unton team na they should have a fresh feel. Maybe that will help. Something like a new breeze blowing over the team. Maybe that will help because oil money into their bad, Charlie. They have big deep pocket to spend as well. But Charlie, United no I bunkele. You see they can't bunkele pan there no any United. I'm sure you cross season you come to me a relegation. But if you are a United fan, I'm not the one that you're supposed to be mad at. Go get mad at your team. They are the one who are performing poorly. So that is it for the EPL. In other games, especially in Italy, Juve and Inter had a very, very fantastic game. A match that was filled with a lot of goals. The Turan brothers both scoring. They made the match so exciting, Jale. It was almost as though they were teasing themselves in a game with their celebrations. And they had their father at the stadium as well. You know that their dad played for Juve. So he was in the Juve stand, wearing a Juve jersey, supporting Juventus. And Juve won 4-3 in that game as well. So it was a very good game. And I believe Atlanta and AC Milan all won their games. But Juve has started the season very well. They are second on the table and they are placed very. The position is not bad. The position is not bad. If they continue like this, I think they will be title contenders in the Serie A. In the La Liga as well, Barca had a bloodbath, having 6 goals to win their game. Charlie Lopez had a brace, Lewandowski had a brace, Rafinha had a brace. So Obia Timishe Tutu ma agroni efe. The Barca for no many J because they love it if their team are able to score that much in a single game. They got all the 3 points as well. In other games, Madrid also won. Mbappe on the score sheet as well. So right now, Madrid with Liverpool are the only team in Europe so far with 100% record. 4 games, 4 wins. I mean, Charlie, Madrid sitting on top of the table with Barca, who is right behind them, 2 points clear of Barca on top of the table. Liverpool on top of the EPL with 12 points. And Arsenal, who is following Liverpool, they have 9 points. So Liverpool is 3 points off the second team on the table. So both teams are positioned very well on the table. I need to tell you something, Charlie. They cannot pause some yet. Because this is Candy Studios. And I don't want you to miss some exciting things that we have coming your way. Before I bring everything to a close, I'm going to encourage you one more time. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell as well. If you love what you've watched so far, give me a thumbs up. But I also want you to share something with me in the comment section. How did your team fare in this week match? And last week match, how was your team faring? Which was the best goal that you watched? For me, Zubimendi's volley was the best goal that I watched in this weekend fixtures. But what was your best goal as well? Share it with me in the comment section, and it is time for me to say blackout.